Good morning everybody, it's Jude Lennon here. I'm an author and a storyteller with Little Lamb Tales. And this morning, as you can see, Lammy and Flossie, my storytelling mascots, have joined me. They've also got their passports with them. We look inside, they've got their photographs, and they've got some dates of places they've been, and they've got some stamps as well. And that's because a couple of years ago we were lucky enough to go to South America and have a fantastic adventure. And while I was there, I got some ideas and I wrote them in my notebook. And when I came back, I wrote the book, Lamby and Flossie's Tales from the Travel Pouch. And so I'm going to read the first story from that book today. But first of all, I thought I'd just explain a little bit about how we went about the adventure. Well, we had to travel by all kinds of vehicles, with planes and boats and all kinds of things. And Lamby and Flossie came absolutely everywhere with us. And wherever we went, lots of people were very curious and they wanted to know about the lambs. And so I learnt to say in Spanish, yo soy escritora infantil, which means I am a children's writer. And lots of people want to have their photograph taken with Lamby and Flossie. Lots of people wanted to take photographs of Lamby and Flossie. So they had a really, really lovely time. And while we were there, we learned all kinds of interesting things about the countries that we visited. We went to Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina and Brazil. And Brazil is the only one of the countries in South America that doesn't speak Spanish. They speak Portuguese there. So, yes, we learned lots of really interesting facts about all of the countries we went to. And so at the back of each of the stories in this book, we've put some of those interesting facts in there. So this book is full of maps and pictures and photographs and also some interesting facts. So here we go. Right then, Lamby and Flossie, you look very cosy in your travel pouch there. We'll read the first book. So here we go, here's a map of South America. It's a very, very big continent, lots and lots of countries within it. And we only went to 5. There's a lot more countries there that we'd love to go back and visit another time. Here we go. Lamby and Flossie have packed their bags. They're going away today. They've got their pouch and passports. Soon they'll be on their way. They're off to South America, to Bolivia and Peru. Then on to Chile and Brazil, Argentina too. So why don't you come with them on a journey full of fun? Grab your case, don't be late. We're heading for the sun. Fantastic. And here we go. So our first stop was Peru. There we go. And we flew into Lima and then straight away we caught a plane out to Cusco, which is where the old Inca kingdom was really. It was the capital of the old Inca kingdom. And from there we went to Machu Picchu, which is a very, very famous landmark in a historical site in Peru. Here we go, everybody. All aboard the aeroplane, seatbelts fastened tight. Lamby and Flossie are off to Peru. They're ready for the flight. They fly in over the Andes, all covered in ice and snow. The sky is blue and cloudless over Cusco down below. From here the journey continues on a train ride with a view to a place that means hot water. There's so much to see and do. And all the way through the book, Lamby and Flossie hold up little signs to tell people how to pronounce the words. So the Andes are a mountain range, and I think it's the longest mountain range in the world, actually. And we flew in over them, they look beautiful, and landed in Cusco. And then we got the train, the Inca train, out to Machu Picchu, well, to Aguas Calientes, which is what means hot water. The next day, an adventure calls. A coach ride way up high. The road is full of zigzags. They feel like they could fly, but at the top it's cloudy. The sky is grey, not blue. And then the clouds just disappear. Machu Picchu, what a view. And it was a bit like magic. We stood there and we couldn't see anything. The clouds, clouds, clouds. And then all of a sudden, it was as if Pachamama, who is the sort of the goddess in the old Inca belief system, had put down her hand and pulled up the clouds, and suddenly there were all the mountains in the old Inca city, and it was absolutely beautiful. The mountain is covered in ruins from the Inca king and queen. Lammy thinks it's wonderful, the best thing he has seen. They make their way to the Sun Gate and look at the ruins below. What a truly magnificent place. They think everyone should go. Walking along, they meet a friend, an alpaca with a frown. There's lots of alpaca and llama up there. They stop for a while and have a chat, then make their way back down. A tiring day of climbing, so the lammies have a treat. A visit to the hot springs where they bathe their aching feet. And the hot springs is what gives the town of Aguas Calientes its name, because they found these hot springs. And you can go and visit them, and after you've spent a day up on the mountain, it's a wonderful way to just sit and relax in the water. It made us feel really good. The next stop in Peru is a lake. Titikaka is its name. They're going to stay on an island. They're so very glad they came. They visit the islands of Uros, which are made from cubes of reed. The houses are all very different, with everything you'd need. The local ladies sing a song and take visitors on their boats. Lamby and Flossie think they would like a house of their own that floats. And these costumes that the ladies wore, they were so beautifully coloured, really colourful, and they took us on the boat. There was no sign of any of the men, it was all the ladies who were there. I think the men go back to the mainland and they work there. Here we go. They wave goodbye to Uros and continue on their way. They're off to Amantani. For just one night they'll stay. When Lamby and Flossie get there, what a beautiful sight. They look down on the lake below, which is sparkling in the light. They eat with their host family, then climb to the top of a hill. They're going to watch a sunset. It's so beautiful and still. Had a lovely time there, didn't we? And then there is a party with lots of music and dance. The lambs are wearing special clothes and scamper, jig and prance. The lady that we stayed with, she gave us all traditional costumes to wear. So I wore something a little bit like Flossie's, and Dom wore something a little bit like Lammy's costume, and he had a hat to wear as well. All too soon the party ends. The lambs can go to sleep. They've had a wonderful evening, full of memories they will keep. Peru has been amazing. The lambs have seen so much. Floating islands, ancient sites, so much to see and touch. But now it's time to pack their bags, no time to sit or play. The next stop is Bolivia. The lambs are on their way. And there we go, at the end of that, you can see, so this picture at the bottom, this is when we stayed on Amantani, and that was the view from the house where we stayed. And this is out on Lake Titikaka. It's a bit like being at sea, it's so big. You feel as if you're on the sea. There we go. Now, we weren't allowed to take any photographs of Machu Picchu. Well, we did, but we weren't allowed to put them in the book, because if you're going to take photographs of ancient sites and then put them in your book, you've got to get special permission. And sometimes you just can't get it in time. So I'm afraid there's no photographs in there of Machu Picchu itself. But you can look it up online and see all those wonderful photographs. And then at the very back, we've got our 10 facts about Peru. There you go. Fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed that little journey with us to Peru in South America. As I said, the rest of the stories are also in this book as well. And Lamby and Flossie had a wonderful, wonderful time. And so did I as well, and my partner Dom. And it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. I feel very, very lucky that we were able to go. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to find out any more about me, you can look at my website. It's www.littlelambpublishing.co.uk. Thanks very much. Bye. Take care.